What's up guys, Mad Fragger back again. Got another fragrance review video for you. Today we're going to compare two cologne fragrances that I have in my collection, and they're going to be Lataffa's Eternal Oud and Illusion Dun Soir by FOMO. These are both clones of MFK's Gran Soir, which is a great fragrance, elegant simplicity. There's benzoin, amber, vanilla. Great fragrance, really deep, really rich, really beautiful. I originally picked up Lataffa Eternal Oud as a substitute to MFK's Gran Soir, and it's a really good one. I've done reviews on this. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's got a great pressurized atomizer, beautiful presentation as you can see, really good, great performance, and the scent profile is amazing on this one. So I recently picked up Illusion Dun Soir and by FOMO. This one, there are 3 in this line, and they are put out by FragranceBuy.ca. This is an in-house creation. They have 3 of them. There's this one, there's a clone of Elysium, and there's a clone of Dior Homme Parfum. So this one here, like I said, I already have a clone of Gran Soir, but I picked this one up and I was thinking, well, we'll see how good this one compares to the one I have, because the Eternal Oud is fantastic. Again, I rated this 10 out of 10 fragrance. The Illusion Dun Soir, so how good is it compared to Eternal Oud? Well, I'll tell you, it's right there. Starting out, the presentation now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of the presentation on these, on this line. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not saying that it's not a great presentation, but it's just, I mean, I don't know. It's not one of my favorites. I don't think there's too much, it's not too, you know, special in my opinion, but it does have a really heavy metal cap. The bottle is nice, and the atomizer, really good atomizer. It's not pressurized, but it is very good. So this one here, as it compares to the Eternal Oud, they are very close. They're both very good clones of MFK's Gran Soir. Now, if you ask me which one of these I would recommend, now as I said, I picked this one up first. I picked this up like almost a year ago, maybe. I don't know, maybe closer to 6 or 8 months ago. And then this one I just picked up recently. If I was faced with a choice though, if I wanted a clone of Gran Soir and I was faced with a choice between these two, it would be very difficult to pick one, I got to be honest with you. They're both really good representations of Gran Soir. Obviously, the Eternal Oud is going to be, as far as presentation, is going to be a lot better in my opinion. Beautiful presentation, and it comes with the glass dome that you can display it in. So presentation-wise, this one has to take the cake on that. Now, as far as atomizers go, the Lataffa, the Eternal Oud, has a pressurized atomizer, which is always great to have. But the Illusion Dun Soir does not have too bad an atomizer either. I mean, it's not pressurized, but it is really good. It puts out a great amount of juice. Got some good, you know, good spurt on it. Yeah, this is a really good atomizer as well. And so now let's talk about scent profile. They both, in my opinion, they both are very close to Gran Soir. They're both rich, deep. They're both very well blended. They're both really good quality scents. Now, out of the two, I would give Illusion Dun Soir a slight advantage as far as scent profile goes, actually, because this one does have a great amount of quality to it. It does have a lot of deepness and richness, and really does have a great scent profile. And if I had to pick one of the two, I would say this one maybe a little bit better as far as the scent profile goes, maybe a little bit better quality on the juice in this one, but just a slight edge to Dun Soir, and a slight edge as far as presentation goes to Eternal Oud. Now, as far as performance goes, now this is where things start to take a little bit of a turn. Now, let me be the first to say that the performance on this is excellent. It does have great performance. It will give you, 8 hours of good, solid projection and a really great scent cloud, and then, at least 2 or 3 hours more as a skin scent. Leaves a good scent trail, all that kind of stuff. It's a great performing fragrance, okay? But this right here, this one is a fucking madman, okay? This one right here is just the sillage from this, the scent trail that this leaves behind is incredible. It's very strong. It's very like punchy and poignant, like it, right from the rip when you first spray this that it's got some power, it's got some strength to it. Power! What isn't that? That's Jeremy Fragrance. Power! This one's got the power. I have the power! Now, those of you that are Gen Z that are my age know exactly what I'm quoting there, and those of you who don't, sorry. So, the Illusion Dun Soir does have a little bit of an edge as far as performance. Let me just, I'll just tell you this really quick. The first day I got this, usually when I get a fragrance and I want to give it a test, I spray it on my inner elbow here, right? And then I just kind of wear it for the day and kind of see how much, what kind of wafts I'm getting from it, what kind of, longevity it's going to have, how it's going to perform, those kind of things. And I sprayed this one on my inside elbow for the day to test it, and got a little bit chilly. I went out a little later in the day. I went out somewhere and put on my hoodie. And granted, now I didn't spray the fragrance on the hoodie. I had just sprayed it on the arm. So I put on the hoodie, take it off later that night. The next day, and I'd say for the next probably 3 or 4 days, and probably still to today, it's still on there. Like, I'm still smelling it, and pretty strong too. And I never sprayed it on the hoodie, just on my arm, and then it transferred to the hoodie from my arm, and it's still there 4 days later. This thing is a beast as far as performance goes. If you want to choose the one that's going to give you the most punchy, long-lasting, like powerful performance, then I would say that I got to give the edge to Dun Soir. If you were going into this video hoping that I was going to tell you that one of these was better than the other, and if you're deciding between the two, this is the one you should go for, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm just giving you, again, these are my opinions. I just want to give you my thoughts on fragrances and what I feel are my opinions on them. And in this case, my opinion is I really have no opinion to give you as far as which one is going to be better between these two. They're both really great. They both smell really fantastic. They both have great performance. Again, a slight edge on presentation here, but I really can't, guys, I can't tell you which one is better because they're both really great. What I can tell you is this, in my opinion, even though there's no plum in the notes, I get a strong plum smell out of both of these fragrances. You get like a plum accord. Like I just, for some reason, I get plum out of these. Maybe everybody doesn't. I don't know. I do. I get like a plum smell out of these. But I would say that that Lataffa's Eternal Oud, I think this one has a little bit more of a prominence on the plum. Like you get a little bit more of the plum out of this one than you do out of the Dun Soir. The Dun Soir is just as fantastic as a fragrance, but I just don't think it has that kind of plummy, fruity thing going on in it as much as the Eternal Oud does. But again, we're just picking at straws here. I mean, you know, that's just a small little thing. I'm sorry that I can't give you a real solid answer as far as which one of these is better, which one's a better clone of Gran Soir, which one is a better performer. I can't tell you that. I can only give a slight edge to Dun Soir on performance, a slight edge to Eternal Oud on presentation, and a slight edge on this one on atomizer because it's pressurized. But other than that, guys, these are both great clones of Gran Soir. Both of them are excellent. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the other two in this line, and I will review those. And so if you're somebody, maybe if you're somebody who has one or both of the other ones of these, then it would be advantageous for you to pick up this one and, you know, make the set, complete the set. You have all three. But if you're somebody who's more interested in presentation, I feel like you can't go wrong with the Eternal Oud. I mean, this bottle's gorgeous. So again, guys, both of these are great fragrances. Both of these are great clones. I can't give you one way or the other which one, if I was put in the position of which one I would purchase, I can't say I would purchase one over the other for any specific reason. They're both great. Go with your gut. Pick which one you think you would like better. But I can tell you this. These are both excellent fragrances. Either one of these would be a good addition to your collection. Either one of these is a great alternative to MFK's Gran Soir. So thank you for joining me for another video, you guys. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you get a chance. I really would appreciate that. I appreciate everybody out there watching me and following along with the channel. Been doing a lot of reviews lately and getting some good feedback, but I'm really trying to grow the channel as much as I can. So, you know, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm the Mad Fragger. I'll see you next time.